Hey everybody, it's me, the Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl. Good evening. It is Monday night, and this is Twisted Stitches. Thank you everybody for joining us for this cold Monday. We are having another cold snap, and we are going to share some thoughts about how to stay warm in this weather with our hand knits and crochets. And we have starting us off tonight are Leslie Marie, hello, and John Curtin. Good evening, John. Nancy Parks is with us, as well as Nancy Robertson and Jillian Goldrich. Jillian, I'm so glad to hear that you are feeling topsy-turvy, wonderful, terrific, and I'm so glad to hear that. I hope everyone else is well and staying warm. And you inspired me, Jillian, to look back into my hot yoga classes because you said you were getting back into Zumba. And I really am a fan of hot yoga. So I am going to pursue that and to see where I can find a studio that I like around this area. They don't do the type of yoga I am used to, which is no longer around. But there are other hot yogas, and I guess I'm going to have to kind of give in and try something new. We also have Lori Royce with us and Cheryl Ballinger and Nancy Parks. It got up to 50 where you are. Oh my goodness, you're having a heat wave. And hi, Michelle Lewis and Gloria Hamilthese is with us from Texas. Donna Nahallo is here and Robbie McCarthy. And so I see some names on here of folks who joined us this weekend for our knit along for the Aria sweater. Oh my goodness, we have such a lovely and fun group of people knitting that sweater. And it just gets bigger and bigger every time I turn around. It is not too late to join us. If you love the Aria sweater, but you're not a fan of knit alongs, that's okay. You don't have to join the knit along. And we are having a blast. And moving right along, we're in all different stages of our sweater. I am about to start the ribbing tonight. Yikes, I can't believe I'm moving along that fast. I thought I was moving so slowly. But yeah, I'm about to start that, and it should be very interesting. The Aria has a deeper yoke, so I'm curious how that's going to fit me when I try it on after I get it off the needles and blocked. Be very curious on that one. So should be very interesting. Mary Brinkman is with us, and Michelle said, "Oh, your daughter does the hot yoga in the old fabric. Does she do soul sweat?" Because that is where I am thinking about going. They have a trial that I can join. And I do, I mean, I just love the heat, and I don't care if it's 98 degrees in the summer and outside and 98 degrees inside in the yoga studio. I still love it. Deb Massa is with us and Marianne Murray Summers. Marianne joined us for a little bit yesterday too. So we are all moving along on our projects, and I'd love to hear what you're doing. Hi, Nora Fox from Florida. And Lisa Simmons, hello. What's on your needles right now? Are you still knitting heavy winter? Because we are into the depths of winter. You know, my mom always said February is the coldest month of the year. And if that's actually the case, and it's going to be colder than it has been, boy, oh boy, are we going to enjoy some more really chilly weather. So what that always does for me is gets me into my closet and saying, what are the warmest things I have? Whether you wear a coat or not, this is the kind of weather you want to bundle up in and to really just kind of stave some of that real chill, because sometimes you get chilled to the bones and you just can't get warm. So this morning I decided to put on one of my favorite warmies and head out into the weather because I needed to get new sneakers. When we were in Aruba, I knew I needed new sneakers to route my walks and my exercise. And so I said to Paul, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not even going to bring them home with me. I'm just going to leave them here in Aruba in the trash so that when I get home, I have to go out and get a new pair. And so that's what I did today. I bared the cold weather and out I went. So let's see, Michelle, thank you. If you would ask her, I really do appreciate that. Jillian Goldrich is spinning yarn. Just Jillian has a new hobby that she is learning. She is learning spinning. You're looking on Nancy Parks is working on the Nora wrap scarf. Thank you. Oh, you're very welcome for helping you with the colors. I would love to see how it's coming. Be sure to post your pictures in Nitty Gritty Yarn Group of the projects you're working on. Cheryl Ballinger, you're still knitting the retreat shawl. That is a project and a half. It is the Festival of Stitches, I believe, was your shawl that you were knitting. And so that takes a little bit of time. It does. And that's okay. It's a great way to practice all different stitch techniques. Lisa Simmons, I'm up for heavy knitting even in August. Lisa, I'm kind of like you, hon. I really do enjoy the warmer knits. I am looking forward. I will say I'm looking forward to knitting the crab dip sweater this summer or this spring. And I am anxious to knit it in now let me remember. It's Elaine Denord. I believe it's an eco cotton that Paula Carlson is knitting hers in. I just fell in love with the whole idea of that yarn and that pattern. So I am going to be working on that one. That's going to be my summer sweater knit this year. I've not ever done stranded color work in cotton. So that's going to be something new for me. And I'm looking forward to. Let's see. Hi, honey. How are you? It's nice to have you here with us from Cleveland. And yes, you are spinning a good yarn. Deb Massa, the crab dip sweater. You haven't seen the crab dip sweater? It's another of Whitney's designs. We did not have it as one of our unsubscription boxes, but that is one of her designs. I believe it is on Ravelry, and let me find it for you very quickly because it is a very popular sweater, and she just released it, I believe, in a cardigan as well. So let me show you the not grab dip, Paulette, crab dip. And I'll talk about mine in just a minute here. People are asking me about my sweater that I'm wearing. Go. There it is. Okay. So let me see it. Okay. I don't think she's released the cardigan as yet. So this is the pullover. And it's knitted originally in a DK way in wool, but we are going to, I'm going to knit it in the Lane Denord cotton. So, and it's beautiful, beautiful cotton. It's got a pretty sheen to it. Very lovely. So Leslie Marie coming soon. Yes, it will be coming soon. I will let her know that I don't see it on Ravelry yet. And maybe she hasn't. Oh, wait a minute. I think Michelle just finished knitting it in the cardigan as a sample knit for her. So maybe it's coming out. So let's say I love all the bulky yarn and seeing you all chatting about tonight. I have 2 squares of the blanket done. Yeehaw! Good for you, Kristen Parkhurst, because you are now 1.5 squares ahead of me. I've been so busy working on my sweater that I started my first square when we were in Aruba, but I never got done with it. But so I will be working on that. So, all right. So let me share with you some goodies that I love in bulky weight yarns. Let me take this comment so we can see. I don't know if you can see everything when I put a comment up on the screen. Okay, so the one that I'm wearing, this is an oldie but goodie for me. Gosh, I must have knitted this back in, maybe even before I started Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl. So it is an older pattern. It's a drops design. And let me go around the back so that I can grab the pattern for you. And I put on a whole lot of different yarns that I thought worked really cool with a lot of these designs, because the yarn that I knitted this with is no longer even around. So I can't even tell you. I mean, I know it's an old Reynolds yarn, but I don't even know the name of it. Hi, Pamela Rose Atkins and Tina Yakovu. Thank you. I love this sweater too. So this is the design. It's called well, the pattern number is 150-53, called Lighthouse. And it's a drops design. It was so easy to knit. So very easy to knit. And yes, it is in pieces. You can see the drop shoulder on it. Has the drop shoulders. So you got your front, your back, and then your two sleeves. And then you pick up your stitches for your neck on this. And some really sweet ideas. Let me put this, let me see if I can get it up where you can see it. I don't have enough high spaces in here, but I will keep lifting it for you so you can see it. So great yarns for that. Well, of course, Andiamo would be a fantastic yarn for this. It even has a very similar texture to what the yarn that I was in. It's just the Peruvian Highland wool and alpaca blend in the Andiamo is a great yarn for that. Now, if you're looking for something that's got a little more pop and design to it, Dash would be fun too. Dash, because I love the different dashes of color in here. And if you take a look at the design, it really does lend itself to that type, because it's all garter stitch. It's all garter stitch in through here in the body. They've got a little bit of stockinette, and then garter again, stockinette again, garter, and you can see it goes on for a while. It's really a tunic length. I can stand back a little bit so you can see it more. I don't want to. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, there we go. Still dealing with a couple little aches and pains there. Okay, so if I stand back far enough, you can see. And that's one of the things that I really love about it, because it's not only is it warm, but it's long. And so it covers all those places you want to keep the chill out. And I just think it's a fantastic sweater design. And Dash is great for this, because you'll get those little flecks of color in there throughout the design. It'd be really cool with the garter stitch and the stockinette together. Just move my chair. It's a lot easier if I stand. So Andiamo, Dash, and Yusha. Yusha is another great yarn that is a super bulky. Yusha is a chainette construction. Knits up beautifully, has a great stitch definition to it as well. And you can mix yarns. You can put the Yusha and the Andiamo together in a pattern, or in a pattern if you wanted to. They work really well together. This one is a wool and polyamide. This is a wool and alpaca blend. Lisa Simmons, more like a midriff to me. You're so funny. Well, maybe it wouldn't be. Well, I don't know. When you consider the height of this person, so you see it here, it comes to her hips, her low hip, and for me, it's down. So for you, it might come like up here, but for me, no, it is definitely a tunic length. So Andiamo, Yusha, all great products for this. And if you wanted a multicolor, you could go with Bestie. Bestie is another. So the name of this pattern is Lighthouse, and it is a drops design. And these are all on Ravelry. Kristen Parkhurst, would you teach us how to make that sweater? Would it make an easy first sweater, being to knit in pieces? Yes, yes, and yes. We currently have a knit your first sweater class, and we are knitting the Blair sweater. The design of the Blair sweater, the front, the back, the sleeves, the neck. So very similar to this. And I like a first sweater being knit in pieces because you need to learn how to seam. Excuse me, guys. So, Kristen, if you were to come in and wanted to make this sweater, you know enough about knitting right now that this sweater you could easily knit um, the pieces. You might need some help with the decreases for the shoulder, but I don't even think this is a pretty square or rectangle piece. The point I'm trying to make is if you wanted to knit this sweater, I'd be more than happy to help you work on it. It's that easy. One of the things that we're doing with the Learn to Knit Your Sweater class right now is everybody's working on the back of the sweater right now. We're doing it in pieces as a group, and it's working beautifully. So thank you, Diane Hart. Diane is letting us know that this pattern is free on Ravelry. Yes, it is. So let's stick with sweaters for a second. Because as I was looking through, another one that caught my eye is this one. And I would thank Whitney for telling me about this one. This is the Gallant sweater, Gallant. And it is a very simple top-down pullover. I love the roll hem on this and that little stand-up neck. So let me just answer a few questions here. Oh, thank you, Kristen. I appreciate that. So John is asking, what's the difference between male and female sweaters? You know, today, John, not a whole lot. I would look for if you're wondering if a pattern is gender neutral, I would just say look at the way it's constructed. A lot of patterns today are very, very versatile as far as size goes. So I would look at the chest size, I would look at the hip size, and I would see if those work for you, because it really doesn't matter if you like the design and the pattern dimensions work for you. Why not go for it? Absolutely. There's no reason why you can't, you can't take this sweater and use it for a man. It's very, very versatile and can, lends itself to either gender. You're silly, Nancy Parks. Nancy Parks says, did your father never explain that to you? The differences between male and female sweaters. You're silly, Nancy. So the Gallant sweater is another, any of these yarns work for any of the sweaters. If you want something nice and colorful, why not do that? Would look fabulous in this design with a pair of jeans. Absolutely fantastic. What a fun sweater that would be. And Fiesta is another great yarn for a sweater like this. We get lots of color movement in these. So a lot of fun for this. So this one says, something else about these patterns is they knit up so quickly because they are, you're using your super bulky yarn. So thank you, Deb Massa, for putting the pattern link up for the lighthouse. And this is they're calling this a beginner friendly top down knitting pattern. Bold and chunky knit, cropped, and it features short turtleneck, worked in stockinette stitch all the way in. Now this says that it's meant to be worked with little ease. So, this is not one, and I do find we'll find that oftentimes with your super bulkies, there's not a lot more bulk to them because I mean, that's enough going on to begin with them. So you're not going to find, a whole lot of ease unless you want really mega big, which I find most people, at least the folks who come to us, are not looking for that oversized, super bulky. And some of the other yarn weights, yes, but not so much in super bulky. And Lisa Simmons says the new sweater is also a great super bulky sweater. Thank you. And the colors make you easier to find than a snowbank. Well, you know what? That's fun and true, but I still like this. I would knit this. I would knit this sweater in this yarn. I love it. So Michelle is asking, John, do you follow Maker Mark Knits on YouTube? He makes sweaters for himself that are shown on women in the pattern. He may be able to tell you what changes you could make. Thank you. Thank you very much, Michelle. So, there's always that standard hat and cowl opportunity when it comes to super bulky yarns. And a couple of them that were really very popular this year. One is the lotus flower beanie. And one of the things that I like about the lotus flower beanie is that it is multi-size. It starts with a 6-month size and goes all the way up to adult. So, excuse me. So this is a great design if you're looking to, if you want to make a family of hats, or if you are just looking, you want to have a design that you can always go back to and repeat over and over again. And so I put together some color combinations that I thought would work really cool for the lotus flower beanie. This was one of them. If you're into the purpley color, I thought this combination was really sweet. Now there's also a new cowl that came out that's called the New Leaf cowl, a new leaf. They're very similar in design. So you could either, do one of each, or you can adapt this for a hat and adapt the lotus flower for a cowl. So some of my favorite color combinations, I showed you this one because I think that it would be really cool. Oh, you made this hat. Cool. Icelandic sweaters are very gender neutral. Just depends on how the designer has designed the fit. So if you're looking for some subtlety with a little pop, something like that would be really attractive. I'm going to show you this for something else in a moment. What did I do? Oh, the orange and brown. Classic orange and brown, super fall colors. You could put something like this with the orange as well. Which color combo? All right, tell me which one it was, Deb. What color combo did you love? Tell me. Oh, I'm going to guess it might have been the purple and blue. This is also a very pretty one. The navy and this blue. So this is enorme. Oh, the soft pink and gray. Yes. Yeah. So that was this one. Isn't that pretty? So subtle and attractive. Very, very pretty. Who was it today? Shirley Zacchio from You and Improved posted about the combination of cranberry and pink. Did you see that on her page today? Cranberry. This is kind of a cranberry color and pink. And then the classic gray flannel suit gray. And look at that. Give that a pop of color. How cute would that be? Look at that. colorful and fun. So you see how we're combining different yarns. Don't be afraid to look at what you have on hand. You might need one color and not both. You might need two. You may find that you have enough of your stash to just put something together. Remember, when you're using this type of yarn, you don't need a lot of it. Just want to make sure you have enough to make it work. Like the orange and the multi. Yes, the orange and the multi was fun there. And then also the blue and gray. Blue and gray is also a very, very pretty combination. So this is Enorme by Louisa Harding. Very, very pretty colors in Enorme. This was a pattern that I thought was really cool. I don't know if you've seen this. The double split collar blocked cowl. This is by Church Mouse Yarns, and it's reversible and seamless. And it says this quick to knit color block cowl is a double treat coverlay constructed with splits on opposing sides. You see a little peekaboo of contrasting color when it's worn. With the brilliant paint blocks of colors, you'll be able to find a combination that works for your wardrobe. So yeah, you can wear it, and you can wear it either way. So when I looked at that, that's where these combinations came up. So let me hold this so you can get an idea of how these combinations would work so pretty. This is this orange and orange. Oh my gosh, how much fun is that? Oh, thanks, Beth. Beth Carlson put up the double split color block cowl. Thank you. That one must have caught your attention. And you can also do, if you wanted to do that cowl, you could do something like this with it too. So don't be afraid to mix things. There's so much fun. It's so much fun to see what you're going to come up with when you're working on them and how the colors move and play. Oh, I thought this was a great idea too. If you took something like this, so you could, very classic looking, very, very classic. You get Bestie on one side and a solid on the other. So it's this multicolor. And there's another color in this. Ooh, I don't know if anybody is that brave. I mean, I would be. That's really cool. That's a very brave color combination. Look at that purple. And then the brighter purple and orange. Very, very pretty. So we have got a variety of things. Oh, and there was some, the brown, I saw the brown and blue. That was another one. Look at that. If you wear a brown winter coat or that blue winter coat, and brown is such a classic color. These are my colors. Look at that. Surely you'd be proud of me. They're not all my colors, but many of them are. So this is a lot of fun. Look at this one. I think this is the one that Nancy liked. Is this one, Nancy, that you liked, honey? Yeah, you like the bright colors like I do too. Lots and lots of fun things to work on. And the navy. Oh, that would make a pretty cowl. Where's that cowl? Oh, that'd be really cute. Look at that. Very, very pretty. Nice way to create a cowl. I like that split color. Very, very pretty. So then I was going through my Nora magazine, and Hello, Margaret Luera. It's nice to see you too, my dear. Let me grab my chair and bring it back in. I feel like Dean Martin. Gonna go over to the couch. One of our ladies came into knitting on Thursday, and she was wearing a sweater that I had totally forgotten about it, and it was the cover of Neuro magazine last winter. And I thought, my goodness, what a toasty, toasty, warm sweater that looked like. And so this one was knitted with, I believe it was, let me see, Malvinus, I believe, and Ito. Let me see here. Malvinus, yeah, the Malvinus and Ito. And they were one strand of Neuro held together with one strand of Ito alternately, two different colors, and mixing and matching in different ways. That was really cool. Hi, Nani Sense. Welcome back. Thank you, my dear. And then I saw this, you know, it's funny when we have the trunk shows, I'm so busy showing you all the different things that we have that I never get a chance to really take my time and look through the patterns. And this is something that I was quite enamored with when I looked back through the magazine today. This is a design by Sandy Prosser. And let me just see. I want to see if there's another picture of it. No, it's only shown tied like that. I just love this pattern. So this is knitted here. They use Curion and Malvinus. So the Curion is the subtle color that you see running through the black and in there. So they use the black Malvinus and kind of a beigey white Curion. And then in the bottom, they use for the tassel, they use another color of Malvinus. So I thought today, I was looking through my colors and I saw this pretty viola. This pretty viola. Hold on, I'm going to take that off there. With the black. How pretty is that? So if you picture this, where you see this subtle tan running through here, that would be all the pinks in the viola. And I think the color would be so pretty. And then you can either use the viola or the Malvinus for the tassel, or I thought, why not make this your tassel and your bottom? Look how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? So John, you're asking, is that magazine for sale? Yes, the magazine is for sale, and it is Neuro Magazine 21. So if you put Neuro Magazine 21 in the search bar at Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl, you should find this magazine there. I also thought this combination was really pretty too, if you love those purples. Look at that. And then if you wanted a pop of color, you could get the if you were a brave soul, you could put this for your tassels, for the base in your tassels. So there's so much you can do with color and so many ways to take the cold winter nights and turn them into a knitting project frenzy and just have a great time. And with quick projects, I mean, these things would go so quickly. This scarf takes one Malvinus. It would have taken 3 Curions, which is about the same as the one viola. Let me find this here. Hold on a second. How about green? Hold on a second. I'll show you a green. Hold on. It takes 2 balls of the main color. So 2 balls of the main, and then one of the let's call it tassel and fringe color. And then 4 balls of Curion, which are, I have to look at the yardage on that, but I think it's probably about the same as this. So you would get 1 of this. Funny thing is that magazine is on the top of the magazine, of your magazine pile. That's cute. So Tina Yankovu is asking about a green. So Tina, we have this green. That's the green in Malvina. So we're looking at solids. There's also this green. So you have a candy apple green and more a teal, which they work really lovely together. You could do something like this. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Or you can do this and then that as your tassel. If you wanted to break it off with a pink, you could put that in there. So yeah, there's a lot you can do with all these colors, and we could go on and on and on. This is another pretty combination. This is another pretty color in viola that would work nicely with a green. You can actually put this with the black too. Oh, look at that. I feel like Shirley when she's doing color analysis on people. That's really pretty. Look at those colors. Oh my gosh. Holy moly. Oh, wait, there's a blue. Watch this. Do this one or we do this one? Thinking there's we do that. We put that with it for the end. If you so now when you get to the bottom and you add a pop of another color, it changes the whole look of the shawl. It gives it that. Let's go back here for a second. It gives it a I don't know. I want to say a trendy look. You know, it's just one little section down here. What a difference that makes. Otherwise, it's just a plain scarf. Not plain meaning with the design, just 2 colors. Once you put that pop of color in there, it just stands out. And that, you know, that's your statement piece then. Really pretty. So all these color combinations are fantastic and they would all work just beautifully together. So I hope you enjoyed our little show on mixing colors and yarns and for your bulky projects, and it's been lots of fun for me. So I am going to go and grab my sharing bucket and pull a name out of the sharing bucket and see who's our prize winner for tonight. Woo. And if there's anything that you saw this evening that is of interest, let me give me a holler. There's none of this is on our website. This was really more about color combinations of different projects you can do. If there's something I can help you with, you can text me this evening, message me here, or give us a call. And in the meantime, let's see who our winner is this evening. Look at that. It's Michelle Lewis. Michelle, just what you need is more yarn. Maybe we'll find something else instead of yarn. But there you go. Michelle Lewis is our prize winner tonight. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, for being with us. What a fun night it has been. And we will look forward to seeing you all soon. Where did my husband is always hiding these little things on me now. And we are just going to say good evening. I love you all. Stay safe. Stay healthy. We've got some bugs flying around again. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody's saying a comment. And stay warm. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great evening. And I can't find my banner, so I'm just going to sign off. Good night, all. Have a great week.